YouTube was just not letting me go live. You know, sometimes just technology. How is everyone doing? Happy Monday. Today is, we're going to create a little bit, but we're also going to announce the winner for the stamp set, which I have right here. Right? Still have it right here? Yes. Okay, so we had the giveaway for this stamp set. And this is the card that we made during the live. And we are going to pick a winner. And hopefully, hey Lori! So we're picking the winner today. And we are also crafting. So I am thinking of using It's Apple Season by Not Too Shabby. And using, I don't remember the name of this one. Oh, From Our Kitchen. Hey, Daria! So, are you guys ready? Let's see who our winner is going to be. Hey, baby, are you ready to pick someone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Just making sure because I can see. Okay, so we got all the names in there. And very old-fashioned. I know. So I was doing it this way instead of the wheel because I can't share the wheel. I don't know what's going on. And she goes and says, ooh, fancy. And I'm like, girl, this is old school. Okay, pick. One winner.
Do I have one?
I don't know.
I do have one.
You have one?
Who's in the chat right now? Who's
Lori and Daria.
Lori!
Lori! It's you! Girl, it's you! Congrats, Lori! Woo!
That's funny. That's funny.
Congrats to Lori. Lori, I am going to add, yes! So you get the stamp set and a card. Yay! So, I know, right? So, things I haven't added the winner form in the description below, but I will add the winner chicken dinner. I'll let you know when it's there, so you can fill it out, or just text me. Send me a PM, just giving me your info, and that way I can send it to you, okay? And let's get crafting. Are you guys ready? Woo! Okay, again, apple season because Sarah's hop for tonight at 7 p.m. Yes, I am super late to creating it, but not late because it's not needs to be active until 7. It is all about canning jars. So, hello, Miles. How are you? Welcome. So, we're gonna put this down and we're gonna get crafting. I think I'm going to. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
Silly girl. Okay. What?
Can I use this to start putting medicine?
Yeah, is that one the empty one?
In case Annie starts thinking my medicine looks tasty.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
You are very welcome. Bye. Sorry about the shaky. So how's Monday for everyone? Everyone having a good Monday? I think I'm thinking of stamping on using my Memento ink and doing a little bit of alcohol marker coloring. But lately, I've been doing this new to me technique. It might not be new for others. But what I do is I start with a very light color, like sandalwood. Welcome, Ruby D. And so I'll start with something like this, which looks darker here. It's actually really, really light color. And then I will over stamp at the end with either Memento or one of my darker inks. And I don't know what the magic is. I don't quite understand what happens, why it works, because I know I am not a great marker colorer. Perfect. Yes, Lori, you can leave it right there. I just got the text. Yes. That is perfect. So I don't know. So I'm one of those people that I add my shadows and everything with my watercolor pencils instead of doing like 3 colors of markers or 4, which I am not condemning or saying that that's wrong. I just can't do it. Can't make it happen, okay? That is all. It's a me problem. But this works for me. I seem to have been able to blend the colors better, like just 2 colors blended better with this light color ink. And then it just magically just looks so much better when I stamp the darker ink on top. So I am thinking either the hard jar, which I always thought it had pickles, but we could actually make it have like lemons and do something else. We could do the peaches, or we could do one of the empty jars and put the blueberries. Yes. Oh my God. I know, Ruby D. Like I was like, I'm literally, you can't see it, but I am jumping here because the first time I did it, I was like, holy crap. And it's just, I still, look at me. I still get goosebumps because I know I'm not a great colorer. I am working on getting better, but in the journey and the process of getting better, I want to be able to make a card and use my markers and go and say, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's pretty. And this technique does it for me. It really does. Okay, yes. So let's do it. So why don't we do the peaches? Even though my paper is mostly apples, I don't know about you guys, but I love canned peaches. I just adore them. Okay, so I'm gonna put my image right here in my stamping platform. Zara! How are you, babe? I had so much fun on your live this morning. Was it morning? Early afternoon, right? Girl, I had just woken up. So to me, it was morning. Let me move my iced tea out of the way. Okay. I am going to I am going to clean my stamp because if you guys know me, I am terrible. And I mean, terrible at cleaning my stamps. And I know I use this with black and I don't want to transfer the black ink. So I am just using my Brutus Monroe cleaner. I find that it cleans really good the stamps. And I just want to make sure that it's not an extreme. Okay, again, you can use any light color. And this is something that is hybrid or it's good for your markers, okay? But it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Because nobody's going to see it. This is just for you to see where the images and the figures are. See how I told you guys that this color looks a lot darker in the lid? But it really is not. It's pretty light. Gonna stamp a little bit more in the middle. Oops. Okay. So very light. Okay. Light color. And do we want to stamp something else? I really, really like this short jar. We're gonna do the short jar too. Okay. So I'm gonna pick it up. And I'm not gonna clean this stamp just so you guys can see the difference, okay? So this is a dirty stamp that I stamped once with black. It may or may not, but sometimes it activates that black and it transfer. Oh, and it didn't. Good. So sometimes you gotta be careful, because sometimes if you don't clean your stamps and you just do that, it's just transfer. Which for this technique, it's not terrible. It doesn't matter much. Okay, here it is. I got them stamped. I'm not going to remove those stamps from there. You keep them there. Don't move them. Do not cut this. We're just going to add color, okay? And I am going to bring... Ooh, I might need to bring some new markers, because I don't have anything that would go with peach in here. Huh. I do have... This is going to be for my jam. I'm going to bring some green. And I'm going to bring some yellow. Those are the colors that... Oh, on my grays. Those are the colors that, for now, this is where I think I want to be. Okay? Hear me out. I need peaches. So let me go get my peaches. I have this little set from King Art that has some more like peach pastel and barely beige and maybe sand. I still might want something. I don't know if peach was the greatest idea right now. Oh, this is the color that I want. My oranges. I'm gonna use my oranges. And this marigold. There it is. Oh, that's another thing. You guys can mix your brands of markers. Did you know that? Because some people say, no, don't mix them. It's just play with them so you know how they behave, because they behave differently. Some of them have more alcohol, some have less. It's just a matter of learning, okay? I am going to see. I'm going to move a little bit my camera just so we can get this closer, and I am going to put a tiny bit of tape. Again, I don't usually tape my paper to my glass mat when I'm coloring, because I move my paper a lot. But this way, since I'm so zoomed in, I can make sure that I am not like super far away out of frame. Okay, that's just it. I'm just gonna try the pretty dark. That's it. That is my color for my peaches. Okay, so what I'm gonna start is I'm gonna start where my darker color is, and I'm not being super like detail. Just putting color, okay? Where you think your darker is gonna be. Your darker. So you know how the peaches have the little skin, and then they're darker, and then the lighter it goes to the center. So right here would be darker, done right here. And there's some areas in this stamp that it's like, for me, it's hard to tell what part of the peach that is. So I'm making it up, okay? I'm making it up as I go, and I have no issues with that. Like, because you're gonna have that, your brain is gonna see it, and it's gonna go, oh, those are peaches. And your brain is not gonna care about anything else, okay? Oh, no worries. Daria, I really hope you catch if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Because I really think this is such a cool technique, okay? Just send me a message if you have any questions, okay? Okay, so that is my darker color. This is my lightest. I'm not gonna go all the way in, but I am going over the part that I just colored, which is what's important. But I'm not covering it all in all areas, okay? Because I'm gonna come with a very, very light color for my highlights. But make sure that you go over some of the areas that are already colored, okay? But I'm like, you guys see how I'm like, this is nothing like super, super detailed, okay? Hey, Kalinda, how are you? Welcome, welcome. And then I'm gonna come with the peach pastel, which might be a little too light. We're gonna see. Oh no, it's perfect. And I'm gonna go over the whole thing. And you know what? This is one of those that I would actually even use the broader side of the to add color, and we might need to add an extra color because that one is a little light. So see what marigold is. Ooh, that's pretty. That's darker though. So I'm just gonna do a few here and there. You see how I'm like, guys, not very detailed. I know. Jana, are you being able to breathe watching me do this craziness? Because that girl, if you want to see some gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous coloring, you go and watch Jana. Like, she is so freaking fabulous. Like, freaking fabulous. And she shares all her ideas coloring with us. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So we're going to go right here and here. Okay. And then right there on the top, I'm going to use that peach pastel again. A pastel peach. Because usually you have like the liquid of the canning, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need like a little bit of a bluish to give the can a little bit of a color. Okay, for the jar on the top here, and we're still good. Yes, because I keep moving it. Okay, so I'm going to use the darker gray. This is my cool grays. Cool grays, usually I use them for inanimate objects, so things that do not breathe. Okay. And again, I'm not following exactly the coloring in there, just adding colors because this is all about, it's all gonna be blended. And then this one is the lighter color. So, and then my warm grays, I use it more for animals, okay? Okay. And then I want a little bit more of my darker color here. So I'm gonna add, and down here. And then I'm just gonna blend it in. Again, you guys see how I'm like nonchalant, like seriously guys. Okay, just gonna add it to be gray, a little bit of a shadow. Okay, there it is. We're gonna need a little bit for the pets. Where the seeds and markings of the peach were. Okay. And that is colored, okay? Hey Regan, how are you? Then we are gonna go with this one, and then one is gonna be my strawberry jam. So I'm gonna start with my darker color, which is this really, really dark, almost burgundy, like almost brick, between a brick and a burgundy. Okay. And then like that. And then here, trying to figure it out, because there's a little bit of the fabric on top. Okay, so there. Then right here, my lines, and that's where I'm gonna add a little bit of a darker shade. Then I'm gonna go with my red, okay? I go with the white part of my red, because I just wanna cover all of that. Okay. And the important thing is that we are going over what we color before, okay? Because that's what's gonna create the blend, okay? Okay, there it is. Perfect. Now, I am going to do green for the... Hey, Wandeling, ¿cómo está? How are you? Been crafting this afternoon after doing some cleaning. Ooh, girl, you've been cleaning and organizing, Kalinda? Oh no, Regan, that was Regan. Oh, Regan, come to my house. Come and organize my stuff. Please. Please, please, please. Oh, I was gonna share in Elizabeth's, and I forgot. Okay. Again, guys, we are not going fancy. And then I know when you put that little bit of fabric, you get the fabric at the top, because this is the metal, is the rim. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. These greens are not, these are not close enough. So I am going to do a few of the lines, like the fabric is like ruffled and the way it does, and then I'm gonna put my, so this is gonna take me a little bit longer just because I'm gonna have to do a couple more so it just blends better. Okay, it wasn't that bad. I just needed to clean off some surfaces and put things away. I did film a little video for my channel. Ooh, when are you posting it? Or did you posted it already? Let me know. Girl, I need help. This room is out of control. And I know you guys want to see the Craft Emporium. But like right now, you know what? Maybe once Bianca goes to college and I'm gonna have more time in my hands, and when I'm not crying because my baby left the nest, I might be able to clean up and then show you guys, because I know the first, either I'm gonna be doing way more videos or I'm gonna be like gone because I can't do anything without crying. That is how it's gonna go, okay? I'm just giving you guys a heads up, okay? Oh, Wednesday will go up. Perfect. I will keep an eye, girl. I'm a follower. So, okay. And then I'm just gonna add little dots for the strawberry seeds. Okay. This is done. I'm going to move away all of my markers that I did not use, all of them. It always happens. It's like I get all these markers out. I don't use them all. It's okay. Okay, so things that we can do now. We could overstamp this and be done. Hey, Laura. Welcome, welcome. And we are going to come with some, these are Supra Color 2 Soft. They are by the brand Caran d'Ache. They are watercolor pencils. And I adore them. This one, Supra 2. And then there is a couple of my favorite that are Stabilo all watercolor pencils. I'm going to get a brown because I like to shadow my reds in brown. And I like to shadow my greens in brown. And then I am going to bring a little bit of blue for the jar, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. So let's start with the jar. I'm still focused. So I'm going to put anywhere that I think I'm going to need a shadow. Okay. And I know, so you got to know your watercolor pencils. I know my watercolor pencils, these are very, very concentrated. They have a lot of pigment in them. So that means I don't need to put too much. I don't need to press. I don't need to do much of anything, okay? So I'm just going to do a line here, a line there, just to add shadows, okay? And then afterwards, we might add white gel pens to do the highlights, okay? I'm gonna do the blue a little bit, just a tiny bit, just to give it that glass look. I'm gonna move to my browns. My browns are gonna be, again, for my reds, because that's how I like to, I never add shadow that is black, almost never, unless I am using a gray. But I am just adding little bits of lines here where I know there's going to be either a drop shadow or something like that. Okay. Oh, yep. Oh, on my blue right here on my jar. Just a tiny bit of blue. I think that's good. I'm ready to add some water to this. Okay. 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 You guys don't see where I squirted the water, but I promise you there is water right there next to my mat. And I'm looking for, I've been moving stuff around. And okay, so here's my paintbrush. I am using today a number 2 Pupil. They're all different. It's hard to, I never tell people a specific brand or a specific number because numbers depend on the brand. Okay, so I dab on my hand, and I'm gonna start with the orange because I barely ever clean my brush when I'm coloring, because just using it without like adding this orange into my reds would make it be more cohesive. So I try to follow a rainbow or colors that are next to each other in the rainbow so I don't get muddy. But other than that, this is all we're doing here, okay? So we did the orange. I'm not gonna touch, well, you know what? Let's do the blue. Even though they're not close to, I just want to be able to add a little bit of that. There you go. Okay. We are going to go now with my grays. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of the gray here that is still in the paintbrush. Okay. Any questions so far? Let me know. Okay, right here on the rim. And then I take away and get water and take away from my hand. And then I'm just gonna make sure that I get this brown that we added here and we blend it in. Okay. And then the brown that we did in the ruffle for the green. Perfect. And right here to add a little bit of a shadow. And that is looking perfect. The only thing that I think I might want is, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I am going to scribble my brown into my glass mat where the water was, and I just want a few splatters for my peaches and for my seeds. That's it. That's it. We're cleaning everything else. We're gonna put my paintbrush away, my watercolor pencils away. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, now that is done, it's a little bit wet, but I use very little water because, again, I am not using watercolor paper. Let me dry it out. Dry the back. Dry the front one last time. All done. Oh, girl. This is what I call my, this is messy. Like, it's very artsy looking, but wait until we stamp on top of this. Okay, so I am going to go back right here. Remember that we have not moved those stamps. They're still in the same place. And we are going to stamp with my memento. You could stamp with the memento. You could stamp with actually a watercolor ink friendly here, because you're done coloring with adding water and it's dry. We just dried it out. Okay, wait until you guys see the magic. Okay, I'm using this pressure tool. It actually is a cookie, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator cookie press that I found at a garage sale. Look at those. Look at those. Isn't that fabulous? And it did not stamp very well here. I must not have inked it quite well. So I'm gonna, where is it? Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't have enough ink. My memento needs to be re-ink. It's a little dry. So I'm gonna blame it on that, making sure it's on the corner so we don't get double lines. And right, so it's so cool how it went from something that, look at how that blends. The blends look so much nicer. Like, I don't know what the trick is. I don't know what my brain is telling to my eyes to see, and I'm telling you, I am so confused. The first time I did it, I was like so excited. But I love it. I love it, and this is how I color now. Okay, I do have the die cuts for this. So let me see which one is which. I believe this one is this. Yes, and then I don't know if the smaller one I never cut it out of here. So let's snip those out because I think I used it as a 1-layer card. So the way I like to cut mine is I get all the way closer and then I'm gonna rotate. And what that does, I'm like only holding it, but it makes it for a more, like a closer cut and a smoother cut. So I hold it and let's hold it well. There you go. And then let's hold it and then go. See? Ta-da! We're gonna put the other ones in here. I keep in with my stamp, a template of what I cut. My masks are there, so you can see I cut all the masks. I do cut my masks sometimes out of contact paper or really thin shelf liner paper. The reason is because they are super, super strong. And you can use them over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, they last so much better than any of those other masking tools, okay? So we are going to get this guy. I think I might need, yes, I'm going to have to do it in 2 runs because I put them way too close. Because for a second, I thought, you know what, we could still do this. No, I want them in individual counts. First I thought I was gonna do like a little scene, but no, I'm not feeling a scene. I am not feeling a creative scene right now. So let's just put this together. I'm gonna put it right there. We make sure that everything looks around the same. Okay. Okay. There is one. My other piece of tape. I, believe it or not, I recycle my pieces of tape. Like, they're right all here in my glass top. And did you guys see how cute is that one? It's a Hello Kitty one. Like, how can I not reuse it? Okay, I forgot. I am going to just trim this. That is good. Bringing my tiny little sidekick to the game table. Let's play. Put it through. I always push them through at first, and then once I see my handle moving, I know they are ready. They are nicely fed into the machine, so I can give it a whirl, okay? So now we're gonna do the same thing with these guys. Just gonna try to make sure that you got it. But if you're not too great at that, that is where that template that I made, that it's in the set, it comes into play. So if you've never used one of those templates, maybe I could show you. Let me grab it. But this would need to be for a bigger machine, and I'm using my sidekick. But just in case you don't have a sidekick, you can do this in, but what you do is you put the template, right? Put your image, your template on top. Then you make sure that your template is exactly where you want it. And then once the template is there, you slide this into the template and it just fits in place right there. Hold it with tape, pass it through the machine, right? It's just that I am not using my big machine today. I am using my tiny guy, my little teeny tiny workhorse. So this is, I got this one actually. I won it out of Brennan's one of Brennan's giveaways, and I was ecstatic because my little sidekick after 20 years had finally passed. See how did you guys see that? Like I push it, once I see this happening, I know it fed well through the machine, then I can just crank it up, okay? Okay. Grabbing the little pieces of tape, very gentle. There are pretty, oops, there goes on the floor, and I'm gonna get it. Yes. I wanna make sure that I do not lose that. I'm gonna put it back in my envelope so everything is together. We don't lose anything. Okay. Moving my sidekick away. Putting my templates away. Scissors. So here are my 2 canning jars. I do have some of these apple season paper from Not Too Shabby. I have the Gemini Mini, but I don't like the plastic plates with it. Totally annoying. Oh, yeah, I know. So, Reagan, try this. Reagan, do you remember your grandma used to put these plastic covers over the sofa? So we little dirty brats wouldn't get everything covered in life. So go to a place like, oh gosh, I don't know who sells it now. Maybe Hobby Lobby. Because I know I used to buy mine from Joann's. Buy that vinyl. You don't have to buy a lot. Yes, you remember. Okay, don't buy a lot. All you need is enough to cover the plates. So buy an eighth of the yard. Okay, they come in like 106 width, so you're gonna have plenty. You want something that is not the very, very thin one. I don't remember what the mills were for the one that I bought, but you want one that has like a good thickness, not the super thick, not the very, very thin. Get the one in the middle, okay? Cut it the size of these guys. And every time that you're gonna cut, you're gonna put your plastic plate, that vinyl, then the piece of cardstock that you're gonna cut, then the die cut, and pass it through. It's gonna be a hell of a difference in your cutting. Okay, it cuts uber intricate. It's almost as you're putting a metal plate into it. Like you're gonna see your cutting improve so much. Okay, and what happens is if your paper is really, the paper that you're cutting is really thin, it will cut the vinyl. Okay. So you don't want to be cutting with the vinyl really thin pieces, but anything like a 65, it will cut 65 pound, it will cut the vinyl. So maybe you want to put a shim underneath the piece that you want to cut, okay? But anything 80 pounds or anything, it will not cut the vinyl. It would just be like a cushioning extra. I'm telling you, it's like a game changer, okay? Okay, so let's see. So we have peaches, we have strawberries. I like this. Like I already like this. I feel like those colors are very well together. So, and I kind of like that green. Even though it's not the perfect green, it could work. So let's do that. And let's do this one. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what else? Oh, I kind of like that yellow, but I don't have anything yellow. Well, let's see where we are. Oh, I like the little trees. Okay, I like the trees and I like those apples. And even though I have no apples anywhere, I know we're gonna cut apples because I like them. It doesn't have to make sense. You would like to travel, Linda? Oh, girl. Me too. Where'd you want to go? I would love to go to Spain. Wonderling. I'm sorry, I was saying Walinda. My eyesight is so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna maybe fussy cut that. This I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use those two. This is gonna be okay. So we're gonna cut this to an A2 size. A2 size. You guys all know it. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And my 5 1/2 is like a little mark because my trimmer is old and it didn't have a 5 1/2 mark. So I made my own 5 1/2 mark. And then we are going to trim this at just an angle. I don't care. Just an angle, just so I could maybe squeeze some of this in there. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So we are going to cut this. Okay. We're going to cut this to 4 1/4. Okay. Hey, girl. Go ahead. I really like that. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some of my, sorry about the reach. Oh, this is kind of perfect, but we're going to use it different. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my mat. Can you guys see it? I'm lining it up. I'm going to line this one up too. And I am just going to put a bit of washi there. Okay. Make sure that it's nice and looking at it, making sure that it's not uber straight, which is okay there. So if you guys don't know me, my superpower is knowing when something is not straight. It's beyond. Okay. Do I want it there? You know what? I'm thinking I might change my mind. May or may not change my mind. I don't know. Having different feelings about this. I might leave it there. Okay. I like that. I really like that. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of this there in the back. Just like this. Just like that. Then we can go like this too. What do you guys think of that? We could go there. Oh, it's too much. I like it this way better. But if it wasn't such a dramatic change, we could totally have done a crisscross, okay? I totally understand. And then, okay, now that it's held together with the washi, this is what I do, okay? Now I know I'm happy with it, right? But it's not stuck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it back, okay? Oh, and that one didn't work. Okay, so this washi might not be great for this. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that my washi is nice and set. I'm gonna make sure that it's really nice and burnished, okay? And what I do is I fold it back, and I want to fold it exactly right there in the fold. Do you see it? And then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna add my glue to exactly the part that is exposed. And then I'm gonna fold it back in, and it's gonna be perfect still, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over, making sure that this is again nice, and then I'm gonna fold it down right in the fold of that tape, okay? And I'm gonna bring my glue all the way. Everywhere that it's exposed is gonna get glue, okay? And then you can just fold it back, and it's perfect. And yes, I know this is longer now. So here is where you're gonna make the decision. Do you want to trim at the top? You want to trim at the bottom? You want to trim a little bit at the top, a little bit up the bottom? So like if I were to trim at the bottom, this is where it would look like, which I kind of like. Yeah. So we're gonna trim at the bottom, okay? And we're gonna go right there. I'm gonna make sure that this is all nice and tight. Okay. There it is. And you guys are ready with your A2. That's a little trick with the washi tape. So you don't have to be moving around with the tape. I mean with the glue, because sometimes like you move it and then you tear it with some of these glues. Like it's a lot. So we're gonna have this here. We're gonna have maybe the canning jar right there. We are gonna fussy cut these with the wrong scissors because I do not see my fussy cutting scissors. Oh, because I put it in the wrong place. Okay, these are my fussy cutting scissors. And we're gonna fussy cut this guy, and always moving the paper, and you don't stop at the turns. You stop to move your scissors, or I mean your paper, after you do a turn. So you turn and then you set up again the scissors. Okay, that's how you get really nice, crisp, like borders, and you don't see that, okay, like cuts, the like harsh cuts. So I know there's a fold and like a bend here, so I'm gonna come nice big cut, you see, and then I reset. Nice big cut all the way around it because I don't want to stop at any of those, and then I set up again. Okay, so you only set up your scissors in the pieces that are like more straight, because once you go again it's straight, so it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, so even if you have one of those chompy little pieces, you won't know it because it's a straight place. Okay, so right there I'm setting up again, cutting. Okay, I'm gonna get another turn. Okay, and on this flower it's just gonna be turn after turn after turn. So I'm gonna get rest halfway in between. There you go. That's where I'm gonna rest. And there you go. Let's see that little one. There you go. And it's done. Okay. That is how I fussy cut, and I feel like I do a pretty darn good fussy cutting. Okay. So we have these two. We have this, which we are gonna put somewhere around here. Then I feel like we should add a little bit something. Like we have this little plate, even though the plate is really small, but it's okay because it's just a layer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I should have cut this away. That's another of the tricks. You don't want to be cutting. You want to cut your item roughly around first before you start fussy cutting. I failed my rule number 1. Okay. So we're going to do that. I feel like I need like a little area. What do you guys think of like a little bit of like a doily? Hey Cordelia, how are you? I really like the United States. I want to travel and get to know the country even though. Oh, well, Wanderling, you know, that's the great thing about the United States, is that there's so many languages spoken here. You'll be fine. You'll be seriously, totally, absolutely fine. Whoops. Let me stop that because hopefully the video won't stop. Okay, getting a die cut because I want a doily. Okay, and I have this pretty old Stampin' Up! Sissics when they used to do the sisslets. And I want this size. I think. Oh, maybe the other one. Maybe the 2 smaller ones and make them. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut around. I have so many scissors and they are all for different things. That's how I deal with my scissors. My scissors are like for like those blue ones that you saw. Those ones are only for fussy cutting, and then these Hello Kitty ones are for like, I call it chomping cardstock, like I'm doing like roughly cutting stuff. Give me 1 second because I'm gonna put this down into my machine, my big machine, and cut it out. Okay, so you're gonna hear some grunting from me and some grunting from the machine. So these are my plates, which by the way need replacing, and I have them. I just haven't done it. And I'm gonna cut these, put it in my plate with just the tab number 1 in. Okay, there you go. Some grunting from me, some grunting from the machine. That's how it goes. Okay. See, did it cut? Oh, did it not cut? Yes, it did. Okay, so let's see if it cut or not. That one cut. That one cut. Probably needed a shim or something, because I don't think it cut the things on the inside, which was the entire purpose of this. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put them back in, put a piece of washi, put it back in, put a little tiny piece of washi, and pass it again in the machine. Okay. And hopefully passing it twice, passing it one more time. Hopefully that's the trick. And if it didn't cut this time around, we are just gonna ignore it then. But I think it did. So I'm gonna grab my, so let's see. Yep, these cut out. So we can pull these. Just a little bit of the cleaning. This is the only problem with cutting doilies yourself. You gotta do all the cleanup. All of the cleanup, it's up to you. And I just realized that I cut it the wrong way. I wanted the brown to be my color. And I cut it with this side up. But that's okay. We'll do 1 and 1. Okay. And I'm not going to pull all of them because you guys will get so bored. It's watching me. So, Wandeling, may I ask, where are you from? Because that last name is very, very familiar. Okay, there you go. We're gonna just at least get those ones. Okay, so we're gonna put one right down there, like that. And then I'm gonna try to see if this one, see this one is just, I'm gonna leave it there and just use it this way. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all those little pieces that and we're just gonna put this one down here. Oh my God, I just really wanted some little holes, but these did not pick up as good as they have done before. I think it's the coating on the paper. But we are almost done. We're just gonna do a little bit of splattering. The coloring is done. And I don't know, you guys watch, but I can't wait. Today is Pattern Paper Monday with my sweet friend ECR. So I'll watch that. Then the gals from Making Cards with Friends, Christy and Melissa, will go live later tonight. Just so much fun. Mondays are fun. They're busy, but they're fun. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna squeeze that in there. And that is perfect. That is nice. Okay, so I like that. I like that a lot. We're gonna put it right there. We're gonna put this to make sure that this one is higher. This one is lower. And I want there. I want it right there, okay? So, where's my present seal? Present seal to the rescue. And we are gonna put, oops, I think one moved a little bit. So we're gonna put this right here. Okay, and we are just gonna grab it with a press and seal. Make sure that you press on the areas that you want really to stick. And then just pull. Okay, perfect. Okay. I left my glue yesterday open and it got a little bit thicker. So I am adding glue everywhere that I know needs to have some glue. Okay, just sometimes I like to do that. Then we are gonna turn it over. Everything is still stuck to the press and seal. You put it down, put pressure. Hey Pam. Oh, de la República Dominicana. Ooh. That's not far from my country. Okay. Pulling this down. Oop, this guy did not get any glue, so let's squeeze it back in. And we're gonna squeeze it in there. edges. Then anything that is sticking up like that, so I go back and put it down. And a little bit here. Okay. A little bit down here. And I think we are pretty good at everything glued down. We are gonna do a few pearls. I have some red pearls. Yo soy boricua. Yo soy puertorriqueña. So yeah, we were almost neighbors. Not anymore, but because I'm in the States now. But yeah. Let's put some of these around here. I thought I had cut them all. And okay. And we need a sentiment, I feel. I'm glad my Miss Elizabeth would be here. You don't need a sentiment. You're good without it. Your English actually is very, very good, Wandalyn. So, okay, this washi that I have here, I kind of like it, and it kind of is giving me the color vibes of the paper. So I am going to go and add a little bit of this with the Life is Beautiful. Just kind of cut it exactly where it says Life is Beautiful. And maybe we don't need a sentiment if we have this. Is it gonna be too light in color? Right there. I like it. I like that. That is super cute. Okay. I think this card is ready. So the theme today was canning jars and add fruits or veggies or anything to your canning jars. I knew I had the perfect, it's a little off here. I had the perfect stamp set for Not Too Shabby. Let's see if I can cut this straight now that I added my doodads. There it is. It's making you hungry. Me too. Me too. I should be actually cooking. I'm making fried chicken and fries as a side. So we don't usually do, I don't usually do fried chicken because my child and my husband are not big fans of fried chicken. I like to fry drumsticks, and my family is anti-drumsticks. Anything with bones, they don't like it. Which is where the flavor is. Okay, so I really like that. Now, we could leave it like this. So, oh my God, girl. I went to sleep at 2 a.m. Oh, we should have been chatty. Next time, check on me. I was awake until 2. Like, so bored and doing nothing. Okay, I think, do we want to trim this down a little bit and, put this on a red card? What do you guys think? This is a red card. It's not an A2 card, so bear with me. I will have to trim it, but it would look something like that. I know. Oh my God. And you got up at... Jeez. I think I want to trim it. Okay, let's do it. Let's trim it. We could have chatted. We could have him chatty. Yeah, I was like at 2 a.m. I think I finally, like at 2:15, I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh, did I? There we go. Okay, there. Okay, so I need to trim this a little bit, and I'm gonna trim on the side that I have more space. So I want to trim. Oh, this is a bit crookish. Okay, so I want to cut right in the middle there. Okay, and then this, it's gonna cut right at the middle here. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's just a sliver, but I think it's so cute. That little tiny bit of red. It's adorable. Do we want it thinner or, I mean, thicker? On wedding favors? Hey, Brenda, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? How are you? Okay, I'm gonna trim just a sliver. A sliver there and a sliver here. What is it? Fly's eyelash. That's what I'm trimming. And then we're gonna slap this here. Oh yeah, I like that better. Just a tiny bit more. Not much, but it's just perfect. Okay. We are gonna slap this with some glue. How many more wedding favors do you have to do, Lori? And by when do they need to be done? I did my wedding favors. Jeez. It's not for the faint of heart, okay? Not for the faint of heart, especially when time starts ticking. Yeah. Slight headache and a slight sore throat, mostly annoying. Very. Oh! And you know what? I was actually thinking of you today, Brenda, because I was at checking my Amazon. I was placing an order. You know that Amazon does not have this the emergency. Glued it the wrong way. Shh. Hey, Colleen. So I was looking to see if I could find the flavor that I have of the emergency that you liked. Could not find it. So I guess it's just... I did! I pulled it so fast! Did you not see that? I know, Galinda, good catch. Oh my God. That was such a fast pull. It was like, woof. Like, wait, did I just do that? You see? It happens to everyone. To all of us. It happens to all of us. And we got tons of little scraps. If they're a nice size, I keep. If not, they are goners. But what I like to do is I put my... I think so. I'm gonna... So I put them all, like, make sure that all my scraps are, like, either to the side, to the right side, or in the top. And then I bring a clippy. I buy these, I swear, by bulk, and I'm not kidding. See, I kind of like, okay. So, and then I just make sure that I clip all those right there. And another trap in here. These are too small. They could go in the inside of the card. Let's do that. I can do this right here. I can put it right here. That's what you're gonna do. So, okay. Put it down here. Okay. Make sure that we fold that. There's a tiny bit of leftover because of the fold of the card. Perfect. Look at that. Ta-da! I know, Colleen. Welcome, by the way. She should show her neon collection. Oh, that I'm working on this week. But yes, I am so excited. Okay, so here is the finished card. We use, it's apple season, and what is it? What's the stamp set called? From my kitchen, I believe. Yes, from our kitchen. And I need to make sure that I put my 2 stamp sets in there, because they're still in my stamping platform, because we did that trick of stamping in a lighter ink and then coloring and going to town and then adding the dark color lines. There it is. So here is the set. I believe she still has this set in the store. I'm pretty sure it is from last summer stamping club, but I believe that she still have it in the set. I love it. It says, "You fill me with happiness, from our kitchen to yours, and from the kitchen up." But it has like a little cute teacup, the spoons, the scooper. Like, it's so cute. And I love that it has the little blueberries, so you can fill out this jar with blueberries. That's so cute. Okay. Thank you so much. I really like the card. I think it turned out adorable. And just a little bit, like a little cluster, not too much. But I like it. I really like it. So I really hope you guys had a little bit of fun. You don't have any finished. This wedding is November 1st. Now our other son is getting married before. Health issues on her side. Oh, I'm so sorry. And working on things for both. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. Lori. Love the card. It looks delicious. I like it too. I like the peaches. I really do. And did you guys see the little bit of blue in the jars? It just makes a difference. It just does. I know. I want some canned, but canned like this. Not from like, canning from the glass jars. Not like from a can. Peaches. Oh my God. Maybe a peach cobbler. Oh, Lord. Oh, I bet you are going a little crazy, girl. I wish you were closer, then I could maybe help you. But you are not close by. But you got this. Yes. Made from mason jars. Thank you, Brenda. Yes. Like hand canned. Like, oh my God. There's an abbey near us, and the nuns in there, they do the best can jars. Oh, they're so good. Oh, peach and oh, stop it. With a good scoop of vanilla, like vanilla with vanilla bean ice cream. Oh, okay. I am going. Thank you so much. See you. I'm probably gonna go live either tomorrow or Wednesday. because I'm getting antsy already with Bianca's move. And I'm gonna need some support. So I'll post them and I'll let you know. Bye everyone. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for the support and I love you. Bye. Oh, and welcome, Gwendolyn.